What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today is going to be the start of something different. Today, as you can see, we are in a Madden franchise and we will be starting, as you have seen by the title, we will be doing a Raiders franchise. The Raiders right now in a very weird spot. As you can see, the top three players, we have Davante Adams, Josh Jacobs, and Max Crosby. Obviously, Derek Carr is gone. So we're going to be seeing how far we can get with this team. We're going to go through a few seasons. We'll see how far this franchise can go depending on the support from you guys. And with that being said, this episode is just going to be getting into the preseason, getting into the swing of things, how this franchise will work and everything like that. Obviously, shout out to people who do franchises on YouTube already, like Bengal, big inspiration for this. So we're going to be going with the Raiders here. So we'll be going with a custom coach here. Don't need to go the owner route and do all the finances, everything like that. We're just going to be the coach of this team. And we'll do the team builder overall. We're going to start off here customizing the coach. So I guess we can customize him a little bit here. We'll just go with the base coach. I'm not really that worried about it. We will make him a little thinner. Get him looking good out here. We'll just go with whatever they gave us before. So overall, this is our coach. Meet Coach Phil Biggs. He is going to take this Raiders team to the promised land. We are going to win a Super Bowl with Coach Phil Biggs, and it may take a little while. We got a lot to look out for, but these are going to be the settings. We're going to start off with 10 minutes. We'll see how the games flow. Obviously, if you guys have anything down below, just let me know what you want to see changed and stuff like that. Basically, just leaving most of this on here. We'll go through all of this stuff too. I want it to all be manual. We're going to be doing this. This is the whole point of the franchise, is so we can go through and get all this stuff done as the head coach. The sliders, I don't think, as of right now, I'm just going to leave it on all Madden simulation. So with that being said, we're just going to start here at the beginning of the preseason, and Coach Phil Biggs is going to be taking over this Las Vegas team, newly moved to Las Vegas within the past few years. And starting off, let's just take a look at this roster. And looking at this team, starting off at the quarterback position, we have Jimmy Garoppolo, who, if we look in here, let's see, where do they have his contract in here? Okay, we'll see. Obviously, coming here from San Francisco, over there for a little while, and he's going to be with us for a few years, but depending on how this team looks this year, I might decide to go with a quarterback. I mean, looking at this team, it's pretty solid. Josh Jacobs obviously is going to be big if we decide to re-sign him for the long term. We'll have to see what happens this season. Davante Adams, still one of the best receivers in the NFL. They signed Jacoby Myers, Hunter Renfrow, both solid guys. Even some other guys who down here. We got guys like Philip Dorsett who could potentially make this roster. Obviously, with the preseason, we're going to have to go through here. Offensive line, a little bit to work with, but we do have some younger guys. We do have a mix between some younger and older guys, so we're just going to have to see what happens there. Austin Hooper and Michael Mayer, who I'm very excited to see fit into this offense this season. Going on to the defense, not very good overall. Obviously, Max Crosby, one of the top in his positions. And, I mean, Chris Jones is still good. Chandler Jones, still good. 33 years old. We'll have to see how much longer he'll stay with this team. There's a lot of contracts that we'll have to go through, too. The secondary looks all right. I mean, obviously, Marcus Peters getting up there in age at 30 years old. He should be fine for now. But I don't know why it keeps going back to the offense, but there is some decent younger guys that we have out here throughout this whole defense. So we'll have to see what happens with a lot of these guys. Obviously, a lot of them won't end up making the team, but we do have a gold kicker and punter, so that could be the best part of our team overall. Obviously, we got our specialists here too, so we'll see what happens with a bunch of these players. I'm just trying to see. I guess we just have Josh Jacobs and Davante Adams basically being in there too. So we'll see what happens with this. We have 74 players right now, so we're going to definitely have to cut that down throughout these weeks. And starting off, just to set up the strategy for this week, we're going against Brock Purdy. We're just going to fly through this first preseason game just to see how these few drives can go with our starters. We'll probably only play until about halftime of these games. I'll play through this whole game, but we'll just show you some clips of some high offense plays, some defensive plays, some things that we'll see throughout this game who decide who will stay on this roster after this week. And looking at our staff too. Obviously, we have Coach Phil Biggs out here. We have a new offensive and defensive coordinator. Both of these guys were running a West Coast power run, so we might have to take a look at that. I don't think that's terrible scheme thinking about it based on the players that we have on this team. But let's just kick it off, and we're just going to go through the moments for this first preseason game. And obviously the 49ers are a lot better than us, but it is preseason, so we're not really going out there to get the wins. We just want to see who will make the roster for us as we look at Allegiant Stadium, the home of the new look Las Vegas Raiders. And to start off our first moment, we have Jimmy Garoppolo. The full offense is in. Let's see what we can do on first down. I'm going to try to target Michael Mayer. No one's open. We get that ball away. I mean, I guess we got it away, so we can't be too mad there. Jimmy Garoppolo here, though. In the future, for all the regular season games, we're going to play through the full games, but for this preseason, I just want to go through and kind of get the baseline down for what this team is going to look like, and then we'll get into playing the big games, every regular season game, all of that you guys will see as we get into the regular season. But for this first episode, we're just going to fly through this preseason, show you who will be on our roster once the season starts. And on third down, Jimmy Garoppolo, no one's open, and Jimmy Garoppolo throws an interception. With that being said, if you were looking for some high-level gameplay, this may not be the channel for you. I'm not going to go out there and throw some cover 3, cover 6 beaters and try to go beat the CPU. This is just for fun, but we do want to win these games, so we'll see what happens. We're not purposely tanking. We do get a stop there, though. Let's see. Let's get the running game involved. Let's see what Brandon Bolden has in his older age. We'll hit him with a little draw. 2 minutes. A little 2-minute drill to get down there. Brandon Bolden with a good cutback. Okay, let's run. Hurry up. DeAndre Carter's the guy we're looking for on the outside, I guess. Devontae Adams, he gets it out there. Devontae Adams doing his best Odell Beckham impression. I mean, this Devontae Adams guy might be trying to make the roster. Keelan Cole to the end zone. Okay, incomplete. We'll calm down a little bit. But that, I mean, if Devontae can do that during the regular season, we might be in for a decent season. We do have to try to get at least a first down once in a while. And picked off again. And no one's going to tackle him either. Okay, well, you know, this is the beauty of the preseason. All right, third down. We need a touchdown on this drive. Brian Hoyer across the middle, hits Carter. He's looking good for us. I guess there's nothing going on in that drive. They didn't score any points. Brian Hoyer is still in the game. I guess we're not seeing anything from Aiden O'Connell today. Oh, Zamir White, a big catch. 3 interceptions for Brian Hoyer. I guess the game plan here is that hopefully Aiden O'Connell gets some playing time next game. But I'm looking for Carter on the outside if we can hit that route. Hooper, or we could hit Howard. It looks like Howard is open. And in and out of the hands. The defense was there, but, you know, we're with our backup quarterback right now. Third string tight end, essentially. So, 3rd and 4. Amir Abdullah. Go for it. We got to. I mean, you know what? Let's just give it to Amir Abdullah. They won't see this coming on 4th and 3. Up the gut with Amir Abdullah. Hurry up offense. Austin Hooper in the end zone, and I didn't think Fred Warner was going to be able to see the ball turned completely around. Was that Fred Warner in the game? I thought I saw the X Factor, but I could be wrong. rolling outside, hits Amir Abdullah, trying to make the roster, can't get the cut around. He would have got the touchdown there with that block, but I do like Hooper in the flat here. If we can find him open, him or Abdullah. I'm looking for the flats. Or Brian Hoyer takes it himself. Okay, probably not. I didn't realize. I probably should have known how slow Brian Hoyer was. We're looking for Hooper in the back of the end zone. Or Amir Abdullah. The first touchdown of the season. It is in the preseason, and we are losing 17-7. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. And we get the ball back. Brian Hoyer is still in the game. So if Cole comes across for that slant, that would be huge. He does, and that's what we hit. Back-to-back touchdown plays right there. Coming in, Trey Lance coming out with a little goofy animation there. I don't know why he's waddling out here. We're going to blitz here. We got Diablo at middle linebacker. And he's coming up the gut and forces the fumble. He picks it up himself. Diablo with 4.5 tackles today. A sack, a forced fumble, a fumble recovery. That is a name that is going to be on our watch list. A huge game. Tie up the game. Aiden O'Connell, the holder. And just like that, it is a tie game in Las Vegas. Or they just score a touchdown in the first play. That's fine, though. They have all the momentum, according to this screen. But what does that mean at the end of the day? Here comes Brian Hoyer trotting out to try to tie up the game. Keelan Cole, Austin Hooper, Carter on the outside. Hits it across the middle. Keelan Cole can't hold on, and I'm going to remember that one when we are looking for players to keep. And they still have Fred Warner in at linebacker. I guess we still have Devontae Adams in, so I'm going to obviously target him on this play. Amir Abdullah. It's a big play. 6 yards. Obviously, would have liked the first down, but... Hooper. The possession catch on the sideline, Austin Hooper can't catch it, and that could be the end of this preseason game for us. Unless we can convert here. Amir Abdullah stays on his feet and gets the first down. Throws it across. Keelan Cole broken up. Okay, we still have a minute and 3 timeouts. Gets it off to Keelan Cole. Okay, and Brian Hoyer is hurt. Well, I mean, weren't really sure if he was gonna be our backup anyway. Aiden O'Connell comes in and hits Austin Hooper, who comes back and makes up for that drop earlier. They want us to throw a big play. We have timeouts, so I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about playing to the sidelines. Hits him across the middle. Aiden O'Connell. Aiden O'Connell, I mean, I wanted to see him play this game at the third quarter. They kept Brian Hoyer in, but he has made all the right throws so far. We'll take the timeout again, I guess. That was a bad play. Bad play by me. Let's throw Abdullah out on the wheel. Aiden O'Connell, he's got some legs. He's going to rush for the first down. Can he hit the corner of the end zone? Aiden O'Connell to DeAndre Carter. We're going for 2. Nope, no overtime. It's preseason. And Austin Hooper makes up for the drop. Aiden O'Connell, the rookie, comes in. What a play. Aiden O'Connell could be the future of this team. No? I don't know if they're lined up for verts or not, but we're sending the blitz. Incomplete. And the Raiders I know it's just a preseason. The Raiders come back in our first preseason game, captained by Aiden O'Connell in that final drive. Brian Hoyer got hurt. He was all right. He played exactly how he needed to, but I do like the upside of Aiden O'Connell. I think he could be our guy. Amir Abdullah, 36 yards. He could be solid. Josh Jacobs didn't do anything. We're not worried about him. Obviously, he's making the team. Brandon Bolden, I'm not sure how I feel. I want to see a little bit. Next game, I want to see a little bit more from Zamir White and Brandon Bolden. I think Amir could definitely be that backup role, but if we're keeping 3, Zamir White, Brandon Bolden, between one of those 2 guys, I'd like to see just a little bit more. From the receiving end, DeAndre Carter, bridge player they have him as. He was our best receiver in this game. Devontae Adams, obviously, he's going to go out there and be good. Keelan Cole was good. Austin Hooper, he did have that 1 drop, but obviously coming back with that 2-point conversion. Hunter Renfrow, so a lot of different guys that we're going to have to look at, too. I want to evaluate through the rest of these games. Jesper Horsted, he only had 1 play, so he could be a guy who could be on the chopping block easily for us. Christopher Smith, the rookie, had a good game. Obviously, a pick for us this year in the draft, so he's going to be on the team. Divine Diablo, though. That is a name that could be, I mean, if we're looking at guys throughout this whole game, if we're looking at tackle for losses, Diablo got that tackle for loss. He got an interception. I didn't even see that. The fumble recovery. Let me go look at this guy. Where is he on our team? Captain badge on the defense. He's going to be our starting linebacker. I mean, the rest of our linebackers aren't very good, but Diablo, behind Spillane, he could definitely be our starting guy here. I was very impressed by him in this game. The only normal development, we're setting him as the captain. I've seen enough from him. He gets our first captain badge. And obviously, Brian Hoyer dealing with that injury. We're going to put Aiden O'Connell in anyway for this next game. And let's just go into the next week versus the Rams. And we're probably just going to be doing these moments again. So we'll see you in the middle of the game. 2, going against the Rams, we do have our starting offense out here. Jimmy Garoppolo. I do want to see him throw a little bit just to see how he looks in this game overall. We are going to run the ball, though, with Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs, a 1-year contract going into this season in real life, and he is going to be a free agent. We are going to have to look at that contract. It is a big decision, so we'll see if we feel like he deserves the money at the end of this year, depending on how we do overall. Garoppolo, just that throw. That one's on me. Let's see what we got here. I want to get Michael Mayer involved a little bit. He is going to be our starting tight end, and I think I have some big hopes for him. Throwing it, Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, that's an easy slant to throw. He's wide open, 15 yards down the field, and Jimmy Garoppolo couldn't hit it. This is probably going to be the story of the season. That's all I got to say. It could have been worse. And this is a good moment for us. 59 seconds. Jimmy Garoppolo's in on the 9-yard line. Can we go 90 yards? And we move out of the pocket because no one's open down the field. They want us to run? No. I want to see Michael Mayer run straight down the field and get open. $50 seconds here. Got the timeout in. I want to see what Josh Jacobs can do. Get a little shake and bake. Okay. And just no blocks from the O-line there on the outside. Michael Mayer is the guy we're looking for. Okay. Oh, Jacoby Myers. I have big hopes for him for us this season, too. I think between Michael Mayer, Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, I got those 2 mixed up. And Jacoby Myers, another one. Like I said, it got some big hopes. No, we're going for it. We're at least throwing something to the end zone. We got to. I want to see Jacoby Myers get to the end zone. Okay, well, I was hoping that we were going to be able to get something there, but obviously we have to run out of bounds after that. I'm going to see, we're going to throw one up to Jacoby Myers if he's open. Okay. Jimmy Garoppolo just completely out-throws everyone there. We're going to throw one more to him. I want to see him go up for a jump ball in the end zone. Jacoby Myers. That's fine. We have 1 second left, and then we go for the field goal. That's fine. We're still getting points out of it, but, you know, it's the preseason. We got to mess around, see if Jacoby Myers has that potential to get up there. Carlson, going to make that one. One of the best kickers in the NFL right now, I would say. One of the best legs overall, so I didn't know that there was fourth quarter adjustments that we could make too. Like I said, it's new to me. Diablo here. He's going to get back over there. And that's picked by Shelley. Diablo gets a big block out there, and this is what we need. A big momentum shift if we can do something here. I do want to see Zamir White in after this play for this drive. So we are going to put him in. Unless Amir Abdullah is going to continue to... I'm going to keep Amir Abdullah in. I mean, a big hole there. I do think that... I don't know what bro's doing out there, but all right. Linebacker position. We need a big play here on first down. He can't get over there, but Max Crosby can. And I guess we're going to keep him out there. Might as well get some reps in for him. He's probably going to be our best player overall this season, but him and Diablo could be a good duo in that defensive backfield. And that's picked off by Shelley again. His second of the game, and he might just take this all the way. Uh-oh. Stetson Bennett might... Nope, Stetson Bennett's not tracking us down. Shelley with his second pick of the game. It is the preseason, and he's putting his name out there. He might be getting... Duke Shelley, our cornerback, getting his second interception of the game. That is big. He wants to be on this team, and when we're looking at the cuts for this season, his name just might be on the list of guys we can't cut, and we might have to cut both of our right tackles. Right tackle and left tackle after that play. Okay, here we go. 2-minute drill. Aiden O'Connell with a chance to win back-to-back games for us from the 39-yard line. 2nd and 17. What can he do here? Amir Abdullah, he drops it. You know, that's probably better for us anyway. He would have got a loss in the play, so 3rd and 17. We got to decide what we want to do here. If it's a short yardage situation, we might just have to go for it, but Keelan Cole decides to just have the best catch of the game for anyone so far. Aiden O'Connell, only his 4th completion, but that's a big gain for us. We are going to run the ball here. We got Brandon Bolden, not Anquan Bolden back there. 3rd and 10, 1:03 left. This is big. And Johnson gets out there. He's going to stretch out. Aiden O'Connell gets the second potential game-winning drive of the year for us. I know it's only the preseason, but this is big. A guy that can keep his poise and go out there. We are going to have to play defense here, guarding this kind of curl area if we get a get back. And there it is. And Robertson! It's underthrown by Stetson Bennett. And that will end it for us. And the Raiders, 2-0, thanks to this defense. Let's go through these stats here. The defense and the offense get it done. Aiden O'Connell had 2 interceptions. I didn't throw either one of those. That was during the computer's time playing with him. But when we played with him, he got another game-winning drive for us. So that's big. Amir Abdullah had that big run before. That was good to see from him. I don't even think we saw anything this game from Zamir White. I guess he didn't get the ball at all. Offensively, Jacob Johnson getting his name out there from the fullback position. Obviously, that big touchdown for us. Jacoby Myers was big. He's obviously going to be on the roster, but it's always good to see him. Keelan Cole trying to keep his name in there too. Amir Abdullah got a catch out there. Michael Mayer had that one catch for us. Defensively, though, Diablo had the most tackles for us today with 12 for both teams too. And just an absolute great game for him. Interceptions-wise, Amik Robertson and Duke Shelley. Duke Shelley with those 2 interceptions, huge for us. So looking at this roster as we go into the last week, it is going to be a battle between Zamir White and Brandon Bolden for that last spot. Amir Abdullah has definitely proven enough to be our backup running back, but I think one of these guys will stay. We will see what happens. Carter has been good for us. Jacoby Myers, Devontae, and Hunter Renfrow are all going to stay here. Keelan Cole has been good. Philip Dorsett might be on the way out. I just haven't seen enough from him. One of these tight ends will be cut. Obviously not Mayer. But between Hooper and Howard, Austin Hooper has been playing better at this point. I know O.J. Howard might have a little bit of, I don't know if he has more upside at this point. But unless he has a fantastic game, I think Hooper might keep that spot. But that's why we're going into this last game, keeping it open. Aiden O'Connell, I think, will be our backup. I don't think we need both. Brian Hoyer, even if we need to, we can sign him as an emergency quarterback later in the season. But I'm hoping that Jimmy Garoppolo and Aiden O'Connell both don't get hurt. Defensively, obviously Diablo got that captain badge for us. We have a good amount of players on the ends. We haven't seen a lot from Tyree Wilson, who is going to be a big impact player for us. He might end up, honestly, we have him at right outside linebacker. We could experiment with moving him just because this line itself isn't that great. If we move him to left end, we can look to see what happens with him overall wise. I guess we might as well just do that now and see what happens if we move him to a left end. If he's just essentially going to be playing an end position. I don't know why the number changed there, but we'll put him at the left end. We'll see what happens overall wise, and he goes up to a 77. So we're gonna keep him at the left end, keep him on the edge, and then obviously Max Crosby. We got Chandler Jones out there, and Diablo, who is our captain on defense. Divine Diablo right now has been the best player for us defensively in this preseason, and we're gonna go into this last game. A lot of guys are going to end up getting cut, especially we have some depth in these positions here that will get cut. And, we'll see overall what happens going into this last game. And as we take the field here in Dallas for our final preseason game, the starting offense is out here. We do have Amir Abdullah out here. Knows Josh Jacobs right now. It is 3rd down, so he could be our 3rd down back. Amir Abdullah breaks to the outside. That's a big play, especially against this starting defense that we're seeing right now. They may not be trying the hardest, but it is week 3, so, that is a big run for Amir Abdullah. He is going to stay in, so I think he might end up being our 3rd down back to this point. That's what they're suggesting. We can always change that, but I'm looking for Mayer here. And in his hands, they say that Curse broke it up, but we are going to go for it just to see what short distance plays we can get. I do like Abdullah in the flats though. And just in his hands again. Nothing going there. It's fine. Garoppolo here on 3rd down. Rolls out and throws a dot to Hunter Renfrow. That's what we like to see. A big confidence play going into week 1, knowing that we can roll out with Jimmy Garoppolo and he can throw the ball. We do want to throw the ball a little bit more. We might hit Amir Abdullah here in the flats if he's open, and he's not. They get caught up and across the middle and throw an interception. 3rd and 2 here. They are going to give me the starting offense still. Jimmy Garoppolo out here. Amir Abdullah has been in, I think, every snap offensively this game from what it looks like. And Michael Mayer gets to the outside. Press the button to throw it away, but he didn't throw it away, so. It is going to be a tie game going into halftime, if that even matters at this point. Probably not, but. And just underthrows Devontae Adams. Zamir White does get the tackle, though. That is big. in the grand scheme of things, holding them to the 8-yard line. 3rd and 8 here. This could be the last offensive drive that we see from this Raiders team in the preseason. Aiden O'Connell on 3rd and 8. Hits the outside. That might be a PI, though. We could get a pass interference. Okay, there we go. That's a big play. Keep the drive alive. We are going to stay in here. I want to run the ball with Zamir White. I said I wanted to do that today in this game, so that's what we're going to do. Zamir White gets some good blocks, makes a good cut, too, to the outside, stays up down to the 3-yard line. We're going to give it to him, see if he can get some power back out of here. And he runs right up the middle. Zamir White, a good touchdown there, back-to-back plays. Bolden trying to make a name for himself, too. Can't get in the end zone. So, at this moment, we have 21 players that we have to cut. We are going to go through each spot here. We're going to go through each position, basically. I do think we'll go back to it. I don't know if we necessarily need 3 quarterbacks, but if we'll run through and see what happens in the end. I think we can cut Brown. I'm not sure who that is. Austin Walter too, might as well. Brandon Bolden, I think we're fine cutting him. I think Zamir White, Amir Abdullah, and Josh Jacobs are good enough for us at this point. I think that gets us a little bit out of the way too. We're gonna stay fine there. We have 9 active receivers. I think we can get rid of Christian Wilkerson. Cam Sims, yeah, it does have 87 speed, but like we said, I mean, a lot of these players here, we're going to stick with this as our wide receiver core for now. Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, Hunter Renfrow, DeAndre Carter, Keelan Cole, Philip Dorsett, I think will stay on this team just because we can cut in other positions, so I think we'll be fine here. Tight end, we're going to cut Bobbin Moore. I didn't even know he was on this team. And we are going to cut Horsted too. I think we're fine with Hooper, Howard, and Mayer. I think potentially Howard could be on the list towards the end, but we do have some areas too. We are going to stick with all our offensive linemen. We are pretty thin there overall. So starting with the left end area, I think we can cut Adam Butler. We are going to keep Byron Young just because he's a rookie now. So I think between him and Jerry Tillery, we are going to cut the older guy. I think that's fine for us. Right end here, I think we can cut Silvera. Is he wearing a beanie in that picture? That's fine. I think we're going to keep this area too. Defensive tackle, we're short there. So they're saying we're going to cut basically who they want us to, and then we'll go through after that. Darian Butler, we can cut. Masteron, we can cut. And Bolton, we can cut. Our linebackers, we're going to stick with 3 right now. We can go through later in this season. Cornerbacks, Isaiah Brown will be cut. Sam Webb will be cut. Tyler Hall will be cut. Keep going, I guess. Robertson will be cut, and Bennett, Long, Shelley, Hobbs, and Peters will stay. Obviously, Shelley had those 2 picks for us in that game. That was huge. 3 more players now. We will cut him. Strong safety. This is where we get into spots where it is going to be a little tough. They are going to tell us to cut Rochelle. I'm fine with that. And I think Tillery, at the left end position, we do have Byron Young and Tyree Wilson, so I guess I don't know, that's tough. Honestly, I think I'd rather keep him and get rid of OJ Howard. No, we'll just, I think we'll stick. See, this is tough. Honestly, we're cutting Brian Hoyer. We're going to stick with 2 quarterbacks. We're going to go out there, and we'll be fine. This team, going into next week, we're going to be playing against the Broncos in week 1. So we'll see what happens there. So with that being said, going into week 1 against Denver, it's going to be a big game, and I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode. Next week we'll go through and we'll set some season goals, we'll choose our draft class, some guys that we're going to be looking at. Depending on how this team looks, we'll see where we land within the first round, and obviously we're going to be going with some prospects from next season, a realistic draft class. It's good to see guys that you guys know playing every single week in college football. And that being said, we'll see you guys next week with our team as we take on the Broncos.